Good morning and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour. Happy Tuesday. I'm Joe Jaquint, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group, and our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com, and I hope it finds you well. It's a gorgeous day here in the Valley of the Sun. Can't say that everywhere. I read the beginning of March. If February wasn't cold enough, one of the coldest on record up in the Front Range in Colorado. Come down here. The weather's fine. Actually, scratch that. Don't come down here. Way too many people are already here. Some of you that are listening here, please go home now and enjoy the freezing weather and leave the sunshine to us. I will say this, got a lot of things to talk about. But first, I got to take care of some business. Starting as early as this weekend. And 1360 up there, the mothership up there in Colorado. If you haven't been up there or haven't gone out to our website to go to the new 1360khnc.com website, I'm going to give you more reasons. We believe if it's not this weekend, it will be next weekend, but we are on track. Sunday. Now, all of these times are going to be when they will air in Colorado. And here's the confusing part. It's daylight savings time. Yes, that horrible, horrible time when all of the clocks change except for Arizona. So I'm going to give what I think the times are going to be, and then tomorrow I'll probably correct it. But on Saturday, the Sons of Liberty are coming to 1360. If you have not heard these guys, if you've never heard them mentioned before, you don't want to miss it. These guys are fantastic. I believe they're going to be on from 1 to 3 this Saturday. And then from there on out, 2 to 4, because the clocks change on Sunday. I know, it's so confusing. And then Sunday, the Chris Ann Hall Show is coming to 1360. And if you are looking for a great conservative woman's voice, she's amazing. She is going to be on, I believe, from 2 to 3 this Sunday. And then I think after that from 3 to 4. I just don't get the whole clock change thing. And then Monday, I am first time in radio history. We're going to attempt something that has never been done before. Well, it actually has probably been done a bunch of times, but never by us. I am going to be on the air at 9 a.m. Mountain Time and 9 a.m. Arizona time, which I know right now you're like, hey, that's the same time, double. But starting Monday, that will not be the same time. But I'm going to be in both times at the same time. Yeah. I'm going back. I'm going to go back in time, and then I'm going to come back to the future all at the same time, maybe. I don't know if we can pull it off or not, but we're working on it. I'm going to get in my DeLorean. Actually, you know what? The DeLorean, that's been retired. I'm going to get into that Tesla. Not the expensive one, the cheapy Tesla. Apparently, the cold weather in Colorado has affected it. But I'm going to try. We're working on it. I'm not guaranteeing it, but it's possible that I will be on at 9 a.m. in both places. on Monday when the clocks change. Of course, those of you in Colorado, you know, for years and really for decades, our show would move. Half the year would be on at 9. The other half the year would be on at 10. Not this year. Maybe. Possibly. We're working on it. I had to apologize yesterday. I know Eric, for those of you that haven't heard yet, Eric's back. He's back on 1360. Right now, he's on from 4 to 5. I'll update you on that as we get along. Yesterday, I apologize. He wasn't on yesterday. After I bragged about him, told everybody to listen, apparently he was caught up in watching the After Neverland special on HBO. You know, the Michael Jackson thing, right? You know, it was riveting TV. And people are excited about it. That's really not what happened. He was a little under the weather yesterday, so he wasn't able. He actually came in, and I sent him home because there was no way he could do a show. We weren't prepared. I was caught off guard. From here on out, if Eric's unable to do a show for whatever reason, we'll be a little more prepared, and we'll try not. You know, all we did is we replayed Friday's show, which is a great show. But we'll be a little more prepared next time. He should be here today. He should be on today. Again, that's at 4 o'clock. Podcast, as I've been telling you, we're working on it. Hopefully by the end of the month, that'll be going. So, Colorado, get ready. Even Arizona. Now, listen, you can listen live, and we'll have all those shows podcasted and everything else as well. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592, the toll-free number. Finally have some, not a lot. Wendy and I have been all over the phones for the last 2 days trying to find some product. We had a great pullback, a great buying opportunity. Right now, $5 Liberties sold out. $10 Liberties sold out. $20 Liberties. I don't know if you heard that. That was Wendy clapping. We already had a list, so we've been working through the list and calling people. We have about 60 left from our original this morning. We started with 85. There's 60 $20 Liberties. They're Liberties yet, Wendy? Liberties? Liberties. So those are the 1866, 1907, you know, the bread and butter coin of the gold market, right? These are the ones you want to have. I mean, obviously they were legal lawful tender, right? As designed by the Constitution, you know, that old piece of paper. And I know it was a bunch of old racist white guys that created it. But why we like these, first of all, they're inexpensive. Right? You can buy them pretty close to spot. You can buy them, sell them, trade them, and not have to give out your Social Security number. So a lot of gold dealers don't like to tell you stuff. When they want to sell you things, they don't like to tell you that part. Here, listen, I don't want to call my guy. I don't want to call my accountant. Oh, I need another 1099. I don't want to call my wife. Make her come down here to fill that stuff out. I don't. You don't want that. You don't want me asking, hey, can you give me your Social Security number? And then last but not least, when they come to take the gold, and you know they're coming, right? I mean, why else are all these central banks repatriating, right? It's the only thing that makes any sense. Right? Why are they not letting Venezuela have their gold? And all, you know, why are we seizing the gold from ISIS? How they got it, who knows? They're coming to get it. Got a chance that you could keep these. Because remember the last time they confiscated gold, the only type of gold you could keep, unless you were a jeweler, an artist, or a dentist. Now, dentist doesn't count anymore because you don't do gold fillings anymore. you had to turn it all in unless they were considered collectibles. And it just so happens that, from 1933 all the way to 1986, the United States never minted any gold. They didn't mint any more. They didn't make any. Remember, you couldn't even own it from 33 to 71. But in the Gold Eagle Act of 1985, right, they started minting gold and silver eagles in 1986. They made a very important, at least what I believe, an important notation in that bill. That any pre-1933 U.S. minted gold that's still in existence. Because remember, most of it got melted down, right, when they took it from the citizenry. And that is what is allegedly in Fort Knox, is the confiscated gold that got melted down. Any that was left in existence is now a collectible. Now, I don't know, right? But I like that. Gold Eagles, they're not collectibles. Buffalo's not collectibles. Maple Leafs, Krugerrands, not collectible. Sovereign Franks, not collectible. Can you put it in an IRA, a gold and silver IRA? Nope, sure can't. I like that part too, because I think maybe you'll be able to keep it. Like I said, there's 60 of them left. $1,385 at 800-951-0592. Gold's $1,286, $1,287. Put them away. Listen, I didn't think we were going to get back below 1,300. I really didn't, or 1,400 on a 20. Here's your chance. 1,385. There's 60 of them left. Like I said, $5 libs, don't have any. $10 libs, don't have any. St. Gaudens, don't have any. Right? Which means I can get some, right? But you got to go up the scale. Right? You got to pay more. So obviously, and it really, even here too, nobody's selling the dips anymore. Everybody's just buying the dips. 800-951-0592. Had a bunch of economic data out today. A lot of the, I'll call it the catch-up from the government shutdown. Today, it was new home sales. Man, what a doozy. If you saw the headline's going to say, new home sales up in December, which technically they were. But in order for them to be up in December, they went back, they took a hatchet, they took an axe, they took a chainsaw to the new home sales number in November, October, September, and whacked them. Took them out to the woodshed and whacked them to get the number up 3% for December. It was actually, if November's number had held, it would have been down quite a bit, actually, about 6 or 7%. But they took November's number to the woodshed. Here's where we're at. Because really, the up, down, especially when they go back and do all the revisions to the data. 621,000 on an annualized rate for December. By the way, November went below 600,000. The number came in, the first reported at like 660. Said, take about 10% of that away. And so I'm worried because all the same logic that they used in September and October and November that they said, hey, you know what? Just kidding. We really didn't sell that many. They used in December. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say even December's number is still too high. But they finished the year just like, not as bad as existing homes, But new home sales down year over year. The median price, I think it did rebound a little bit. Let me find it here. I want to say the median price was $318,000 on $318,600 for a new home. That's the median price. By the way, 7% lower than a year ago. Now, obviously it depends on where you're building the new homes, but not a great trend. And I wanted to put this in perspective for everybody. How bad or good is that number? Right? How bad or good is 620,000 new homes sold? And my guess is the number is probably going to be 600,000, after revisions. So I brought up a chart. At the peak, July 2005, 1.389 million new homes sold. Right, so essentially more than double that number. Now, again, that was the peak. How about what was, I don't know, January 2001? The annualized number, 936,000 homes. How about February 2000? Just random number, random days. 856. The low water mark before the housing crash. So if you went from 2000 all the way till, let's say 07. The low water mark was 793,000. So that was actually a below average year. Today, we're at 600,000. We're still several 100,000 homes a year below a average year, and really, when you think about it, a below average year when the millennium rolled over. So when you sit here and you start thinking logically about this, and I bring up 2000 because that was when Sarah and I, we bought our first home in 2000. And actually, I think we bought it was right at the end of it, end of 99, beginning of 2000, because it wasn't finished being built yet. But we moved in, I want to say it was May of 2000, maybe May or June of 2000, because Joey wasn't quite one yet when we moved in. So maybe it was June, it could have been July of 2000. And right around there, about 800, July of 2000, 887,000 new homes was the annualized rate in 2000. 600,000 now. What do you think? Now, and listen, that's 19 years ago almost. There's more people. There's at least, 30, 40, 12, I don't know about 30, 20 million more people here now? When I bought that home, it was $130,000. And I would tell you right now, that was probably right around the median price. Right? It was a nothing special, out of town, way out in Anthem. Right? 1,600 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. With a postage stamp for a yard. Today, they need us to believe that the median new home price is now $318,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on a postage stamp. And now you can't be in Anthem, right? You got to be out. That's probably out in Black Canyon City. That's probably in Anthem. Right? I think you can buy my house. Matter of fact, I know you can. You can buy my house now. It's not new anymore for about $300,000 in Anthem now. The first house we bought. And I was making close to 80 grand, a year. And that was all the house my wife and I could afford. We got a not even a 1-year-old baby and 2 cars. And I mean, this was it. This was all we could afford. Who could afford these? No wonder why we're not back to normal. But this is what's happened. Right? How did this happen? Right? When you look at a number, economics 101. Supply, demand. Right? We know demand is way down. By the way, there's almost 6.5 months of unsold new homes out there, by the way, in case you want to know, which is about average. 6 months, it would be considered the normal amount. So supply-wise, normal. Demand, below normal. Most people would assume, hey, the price has got to go down. Who needs economics 101 when you can have the new math that none of us can understand? And don't worry, there's no inflation. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after halftime.
This is the Phyllis Schlafly Report, presenting a daily conservative pro-family perspective since 1983 and continuing the legacy of Phyllis Schlafly. Now, from the Phyllis Schlafly Center Studios, Ed Martin.
There really is no moral high ground in opposing the border security wall to protect Americans that Donald Trump has fought for. Yet moral superiority is exactly the script that Democrats in Congress have used to prevent our president from building the wall Americans want and need. No, nothing for the wall, Nancy Pelosi said in her first TV interview after accepting the gavel as the new Speaker of the House. That sends the wrong message about who we are as a country, she continued. Pelosi's San Francisco colleague Gavin Newsom, newly sworn in as governor of California, stunned many the same week by promising to provide sanctuary to all who seek it. He declared that under his leadership, California would become the first state in the nation to cover young, undocumented adults through a state Medicaid program. A wall is an immorality, Pelosi stated further to another group of reporters who gathered outside the House chamber. It's not who we are as a nation. Have you noticed how often Democrats claim they represent who we are and that anything President Trump supports is not who we are? Barack Obama used this phrasing frequently during his own presidency. That phrase is very revealing of the new extreme leftist movement in America. They aren't even liberals. They're authoritarians. They insist they know what is best for us. They tell us what to think, how to act, and who we are from their centralized positions of power. Authoritarianism has appeared often in history, notably in the form of fascist dictators, communist oligarchs, or theocratic imams. Americans need to know that this is the same evil found in the new American left, which is quickly taking over the Democrat Party and pushing out liberals as we used to know them. The battles between the Democrat House and President Trump highlight exactly what America now faces. Not a choice between left or right, liberal or conservative, but a choice between freedom or tyranny. Nancy Pelosi was right. A wall does send a message. The message is that this is our country, we the people, and we have the right to close our doors to unwanted visitors in order to defend our families and our values.
This has been the Phyllis Schlafly Report with Ed Martin, president of Phyllis Schlafly Eagles. What's the latest on building the wall to protect our southern border? To the liberal media, it's a joke, but the crisis of illegal aliens is no laughing matter. At phyllisschlafly.com, we're asking serious questions regarding what to build, who's paying for it, and how best to deploy our military. Go to phyllisschlafly.com and join us again for the Phyllis Schlafly Report.
800-951-0592. Another record today. Again, I think this is another one of those late reports having to do with debt. This time, consumer debt in the credit card category has risen to the largest amount ever as of December the 2018th, according to the Federal Reserve Bank. So let's see. Let me get this right. Consumers now have record amounts of credit card debt, record amount of auto loan debt, record amount of student loan debt, which, you know what's funny? 2 out of 3 of those didn't even exist in 1971, right? No one had credit card debt. Right? Credit card had barely even been invented yet. Don't you love these guys, right? You didn't need one. Student loan debt didn't exist. Didn't have that. You go to Harvard for $4,000. And that was room, board, books. I mean, that was the whole shebanger. Can't even go to community college for $4,000, I don't think. I mean, right, my 19-year-old school he goes through, it's $57,000. Now, I don't have to pay that, thankfully. Right? Always thankful for football for that. $57,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yeah, now the Federal Reserve says record high debt levels for 3. There's only 4 categories, by the way. You know the only one not at a record? You probably guessed it already, huh? Yep, mortgage debt. Right? Because, well, let's face it, no one's buying houses. And now, if prices are falling, interest rates are, they're 10-year notes back to 2.7 something. You take out the housing flippers, I wonder what the real number is. Right? Take out the flippers because those count. It says the increase in credit card balances has now put credit card numbers beyond the peak, which was in 2008. There are 480 million credit cards now in circulation. We don't even have 400 million people. We got, 320 million people? That includes newborn babies all the way up to, the oldest person. I don't know however old the oldest person is. So you figure maybe 200 million people, give or take, that are of credit card age. You got 480 million of them out there. So, that used to be, remember the American dream, the house, the white picket fence, and the 2.4 kids? Now it's the apartment, wrought iron gate, and 2.4 credit cards is now the new American dream. By the way, credit card debt is it's only the 4th largest portion, right? Because student loan debt is higher. I don't know, student loan debt's like, $1.5 trillion? I mean, we're getting ready to have over $2 trillion in student loan debt. Incredible. Auto loan debt's right behind that. By the way, credit card debt's, it's not even just under a pinch under $1 trillion, $860 billion, something like that. 37 million credit card accounts. 37 million credit card accounts had a 90-day plus delinquency mark on their latest credit report in the latest quarter. So the October, November, December quarter, according to Bloomberg, 37 million credit card accounts were 90 days or more past due. Now, there's 480 million out there, so it's not that bad. It's about 8%, something like that, of all credit cards. $68 billion of debt, by the way, is 90 days or more past due. I wonder if they just went to 60 days, how big it gets. Wouldn't that be nice to know? How close are we? The 24th consecutive quarter, by the way, where credit card limits rose. Right? And this is how a lot of people are getting it done, right? Putting it on their credit card. 18 to 29. The amount of debt they hold in credit cards is about 6.8%. 30 to 39, 17.4%. 40 to 49, 22%. 50 to 59, you'd hope the number would start going down. It didn't. 24%. How about this one? 60 to 69. Still 18% of all the debt is held by people over the age of 60. And actually, if you throw in the age of 70, 30% of all credit card debt is held by people the ages of 60 and over. Right? This is supposed to be the twilight of America. This is supposed to be the good years. Right? This is when you're on your fixed income. And again, and the article even says it, the trouble spot, older Americans seeing their credit card debt transition into the delinquency category at an increasing pace, particularly those in their 50s, didn't even get to 60, have seen the most rapid change. And remember my little chart up here. They own the most debt, 50 to 59. And that's where the debt is getting the worst. That's where the defaults are happening, right? This is supposed to be the prime earning years. Listen, they just don't want you to know yet. Right? They want to come out. They got all their TV channels, and they style and they profile, and they tell you how great they are at making you money, and they run commercials, up markets, down markets, this market, that market, you make money. That's what they say. Then why the staggering default rates of 50 plus? Because guess what? They didn't really make you any money. What they did do, though, is very quietly and stealthily made a whole lot of people a lot poorer, didn't they? Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back right after the break. 800-951-0592, 4820s. That's all that's left. Again, if you're just joining us, we are sold out of $5 and $10 liberties. There's $48, $20 liberties. We have product available. You just got to go up the scale, right? The low end where we tell you to be, right? That's where everybody wants to be because it performs the best. And it's easy, right? Gold goes up, you're making money. Gold goes down, you're losing money. It's simple. $1,385. Think about this. Gold's $1,350, almost $1,350. Like Thursday, when they're less than a week ago. $1,385 at 800-951-0592. That's a $15 savings from the price online at $1,400. But I don't want to put them online because when I go out, I can't replace them. So you're going to have to, I know it stinks having to call. If you've never done business with us, folks, we're not like everybody else. I promise you. You call us at 800-951-0592. And you just tell Wendy I want the special. That's all you got to say, right? I want the special, Wendy. Right? And Wendy's got to come back with a really tough question. How many would you like? That's our big sales pitch. How many would you like? And you just tell her, I want 1, I want 5, I want 10, whatever it is. Hey, I want what's left. She's going to give you a total. And then you decide how you want to pay for it. Right? Obviously, personal checks is easy. If you want to pay with a credit card, it'll cost you a little more. But we take all 4 of them. We take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, Amex. If you want to be part of the huge debt community, we can help you. Bankwire, whatever. then you can either pick it up in our office in Phoenix, you can pick it up in our office in Colorado, or we ship it to you. We ship registered, insured U.S. mail. They don't leave it at your door. You got to sign for it. If you're not home when the postman delivers, don't worry. Put a slip in your mailbox, take the slip to the post office, and you pick it up there. It's just that simple. There's nothing complicated about it. And I love it when these morons on TV try to tell you how hard it is. And, what do I do with it? It's so complicated. So easy. How hard is it to sell it? Because that's a great question. Piece of cake. Call us. We'll buy it. Even if you didn't buy it from us, call us. I love buying product. All right, buy it, sell it, trade it, whatever you want to do. We're here for you. We'll help you, put something away that only you know where it's at. Not a promise to pay. It's not somebody else's debt. You don't have to worry about it restating earnings, and you don't have to worry about, any type of corporate scandal or anything like that. And no, buying mining stocks is not the same thing. Not even close. Right? My uncle always used to say it. Eric always used to say, you want to buy a mining stock? Here's what you need to do. Picture a remote country. And picture a country you probably don't even know how to pronounce. In a remote area where there's nothing. No roads. There's just no people, no nothing. And there's a hole in the ground. And there's a liar standing on top of that hole. That's a mining company. Right? Because as you all know, all the good deposits have already been found. Right? I've talked about it. I can't tell you how many times we've talked about new deposits, and they just aren't any. And when they do find them, they're small and they're super remote. Who knows what it's going to cost to get it out of the ground? That's always the problem with owning mining companies. The actual cost of the gold is one of the least important things. Right? More important is how much is the labor cost going to be? How much is fuel going to be? How much is it for the equipment? Right? All that stuff matters. Here we're just selling you gold. Well, for gold. Go figure. 800-951-0592. Not only did the Federal Reserve tell us about credit card debt, they told us about student loan debt, and they also told us, of course, about auto loan debt. Right? We now have a record number of people 90 days more delinquent on their car loans, right? We got 37 million different credit cards 90 days or more past due. 7 million autos 90 days or more past due. But don't worry, it's the greatest economy ever. Well, the Fed had more bad news. America now holds $1.178 trillion of auto loan debt. That is up now over another $100 billion, right? This thing just keeps growing and growing and growing. The average new car loan, and even I was blown away, because the last number I had saw or talked about was like 500 and something dollars. I think it was like $565, $570 a month. The average new car loan, $623. Wow. Well, the Fed raised rates, right? They're your friends, they're your buddies. $623 a month. A month. By the way, the average loan balance, $31,722. You go back to when they went full fiat, 1971. You could have bought a house and 2 new cars for $31,722. Today, well, here's a car. How we doing? Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back for the final segment. Final segment here on this Tuesday. Silver is up 2 cents, 15.03, 15.04. Gold's down $2, 12.85. And the Dow's down like 10 points. So everything's up or down. You know, nothing's doing nothing. It's a day of rest, if you will, for the markets. U.S. $20 liberties, $1,385 until I don't have any more. At 800-951-0592. This has been one of those big buy the dips. And I'll tell you, and Wendy will tell you as well, we have been, since Friday, yesterday, today, calling everywhere. And everyone's telling us the same thing. And, you know, we got any gold, got any gold, got any gold. They know what we want. Nope. Today we found a little bit here. Take advantage of the pullback. Keep adding. Nothing's changed. Well, you know what changed a little bit? They want to ignore this stuff, right? They're back to ignoring it. They paid attention for a minute, and they think the Fed not raising rates is going to save them. It's not. Rates are headed the other way. I just got that feeling. 2020, we're going to be seeing them go the other way because who can afford any of this stuff? I mean, it's crazy what things cost nowadays. Just talking about cars. In 2010, the new vehicle price wasn't even $30,000. It's now, according to the number in December, the average transaction for December, $37,260. But don't worry, the Fed tells you there's no car inflation. So there you go. So, deal with that. What else? Oh, Eric today at 4, hopefully, fingers crossed. Before the end of the week, we're hoping we'll get the schedule changed on our website to reflect all the new programming that's coming. Don't forget Saturday, we believe. And if something changes, I'll let you know. It's either going to be this Saturday, next Saturday for sure. The Sons of Liberty are coming to KHNC. They are spectacular. You're going to love it. It's a 2-hour program, 1 to 3, and then I think it goes 2 to 4 because the clock's changing. And then on Sunday, the Chris Ann Hall show is coming. Matter of fact, she's actually, I think, going to stop by our studios up there in Denver and do a couple of shows and whatnot live for us there. She's coming. She's on Sundays. I believe this Sunday it would be 2 to 3, and then after that from 3 to 4. And this is just the beginning. And how are we able to do this? Listen, it's simple. By supporting Patriot, you support the radio station. It's just that simple. The more you support us, the more we're going to be able to bring you. I mean, that's just how it works. And on both stations, KXXT here, and then, of course, KHNC in Colorado, support those advertisers. They pay good money to be with us, right? So if you're up there in Colorado, right, go see Grandpa's Pond. Go. If you got an aluminum wire issue, call Aluminum Wire Repair. We're about, 2 weeks away. We got another new advertiser coming. Get ready. So exciting. Patriot Radio News Hour. Thank you all so much for tuning in.